We can save him. We have the technology. We have the capability to build the world's first perfect shaver.
Shave it up!
Hey everybody, Clean Shaver here. So I was issued the $6 million shaver challenge, right? This is a play on the $6 million man who was an astronaut, died in a plane crash, but then he got rebuilt and made into a bionic man, right? So starring Lee Majors, show back in the 70s. And that's what the intro was from, in case some of you were young enough that didn't get that. I admit I had to YouTube it. To take this challenge, I have come up with 6 individuals, actually 7, I couldn't narrow it down to 6, that I would pick to build the perfect shaver. So, since we're going with, for razors, I'm not much of a straight razor guy, so I'm going with double edge, single edge razors. And as far as razor collections go, I got 2 people. First is Matt Pisarcik. Anybody of you that know Matt, the reason why is because he owns Razor Emporium, and he has like all the world's coolest double-edged razors. I have an affinity toward the vintage stuff, but he's got like the world's best vintage razor collection ever in his store. So they're not all his, he sells them, but still cool, right? And then followed closely by Kurt Davis, who actually does own a lot of really cool vintage razors. So if I had to build a perfect razor portion of the perfect $6 million shaver, it'd be that. Tie between a combo of Matt Pisarcik and Kurt Davis. Soaps, Mr. Bubbles himself, Chris Cullen. And the reason I say that is because he's got the know-how. He understands how soaps all work, and so if he can make soaps out of his own stuff, and it's really cool to do that. And he's not only is he a great soap maker, but he's also got a great soap collection. I see a lot of his Shave of the Day posts, and he uses a ton of stuff besides his own. And so he's also very active in the community, buys a lot of different stuff, very supportive of all the different artisans. And so I have a feeling if I went into if I somehow got to sneak into his den, I would probably never leave. I would just be smelling soaps all day. So there's Chris Cullen. Then for brushes, I went with another brush maker, Nathan Clark. Where better to go than somebody who builds their own brushes for you, right? I mean, if I were Nathan Clark, I could make all my own stuff and make the coolest stuff on the market. So, Nathan Clark, there you go. Fragrances, lesser known guy, but still a good friend of mine, Jeff Anderson, who just has an amazing sense for scents. You get my play on words? You get that? Yeah? Anyway, Jeff Anderson, I nominate for fragrance knowledge. Technique, another great shaver that's been mentioned before, but Paul Bambino. He's not as active on YouTube, but he does have his own channel and does a great job. He's been wet shaving forever, and as far as technique is concerned, you can look to him, you can look to Geo Fatboy, you can look to a few other people. Really, that's your place to go for technique. He's fantastic. I've never seen him draw blood in any shave videos that I've seen. Maybe I just haven't seen enough of them, but never seen him draw blood. Good enough for me. Then, last but not least, enthusiasm. And my nomination is Douglas Smythe. Now, the reason I nominate him is because he created his own persona to be involved in the shaving world. His own character that he plays in all of his videos. You know that Douglas Smythe is not his real name, right? I hope you all know that. But owner of Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, stand-up guy, one of the pillars of this community, is so active and so participatory in so many different aspects of it that it's really amazing that he does so much. I don't know how he does what he does for the community and runs a business at the same time. Granted, Fran probably does a lot for him, but hey, he's a great guy, and so enthusiasm goes to him. Now for tags, I want to tag a few of my friends that have lesser known channels. I'll put links to their channels in the description below. So first up is Rob Frank, Effin, great guy. Also knows his stinks as well, so check his channel out. Evan Rodgers, also a great guy, college student down in Texas. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Evan. But also a great guy, and has a fun channel. He's relatively new. He's pretty young, but loves this stuff, and I'd love to see what he has to say. Ricos Corner. I also love watching his channel. He's one of the few that I always make sure to watch because his videos are always entertaining, and I'd love to see what he says. Then Tom Moore. Congratulations, Tom, by the way. He and his wife are having a little boy. They just found out. Sorry if I just spoiled that news, but he said it on Facebook, so I figure I'm free to say it. Then Brian Wells, the Shave Geek. Love to hear from him. And my new friend from down under, Stephen Hardy. Relatively new to YouTube, not new to shaving, but great guy, and love to hear what he has to say. So those are my 6 nominations or tags: Rob Frank, Evan Rodgers, Ricos Corner, Tom Moore, Brian Wells, the Shave Geek, and Stephen Hardy. So love to hear from you guys. That was the $6 Million Shaver Challenge. And just a quick reminder to make sure that you sign up at the link below for the Shave Revolution Quick Shave Challenge. We've had several double edge or single edge shavers sign up, but we haven't had any straight edge shavers sign up. So it's a wide open field. Anybody that wants to compete in that right now, you can. Love to have anybody and everybody sign up. So click the link below for the waiver and the sign up form to get registered for the competition. It's going through the month of August. So thanks for watching. Be smooth, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Shave it up.